The blast furnaces which give this steepity its name to do it. But when the smoke settled, it was a Hamilton sweep of the Home and Home series. Out in Winnipeg, the Sunset City, the rampaging Calgary Stampeders came close to upsetting the stranglehold Winnipeg has long held on the championship of the Western Conference. Bobby Dobbs, the coach, along with the rest of Calgary, called it Winnipeg luck. But whatever it was, when the final whistle sounded, the Bombers had won the odd game on the very last play and were off to meet the mighty men of steel in the Grey Cup final in Toronto. For the first time in history, the atmosphere outside the special trains was as foggy as it was inside. The weather, you just can't dampen the spirits of the West at Grey Cup time. The fact that the Winnipeg team was battered and weary made little difference to the fans. Their capacity for fun was never greater. It was a grand and hilarious welcome at the Union Station on the Friday morning before the game. The warmth of friendship, sizzling bacon, hot coffee, and even pancakes. Out west, they just love pancakes. But don't try to sell them a waffle. The city of Toronto presented a strange face to the visitors. As the day and the night wore on, the fog continued to blanket the city. Traffic was slowed to almost a standstill. Most people left their cars at home, but the crowds poured onto the downtown streets from buses, subway, and streetcars. The hotels were crammed with guests and guests of guests, and some who were neither. The pre-game excitement was reaching its customary peak, despite the chill and ghostly atmosphere out of doors. Of the many social events of the evening, the Grey Cup dinner captured most of the attention and most of the visiting celebrities. Football heroes Joey Pal and Jackie Parker. Steve Owen, who was given the Coach of the Year award for his brilliant work in bringing the Saskatchewan Roughriders to the Western playoffs after years of drought. Al Ritchie and Jim McCaffrey, two men who have done more than their share for football through the years. The moment arises when a lovely young lady realizes a dream of all lovely young ladies.
The winner, Miss Grey Cup 1962, Renata Pecalis, Miss Ottawa Roughrider.
Her background in ballet training gave Renata an easy grace and a regal bearing. Wearing a crown comes naturally. Saturday morning dawns bright and balmy in the city center. Temperature in the 40s. What better day than this for a parade? And a Grey Cup final. The Junior Board of Trade came up with the biggest and most colorful parade extravaganza yet seen during a Grey Cup festival. Always a staunch supporter of Canadian football, far-off Prince Edward Island sent a float depicting the birth of the nation. In Toronto, 3 hours before game time, and look at that sun. Look at those shadows. The city of Quebec brought Bonon Carnival to let it be known that they know something about parades and festivals in their beautiful city too. While drumming up trade for the Quebec Carnival in February, they carried off the prize for the best float as well. Daddy always did like things on wheels. But great Scott, that's not Mummy. Miss Tiger Cat, June Catherine Leggett. cheers for the Western champions as the Winnipeg float comes into view. But many in the crowd wonder if the Bomber dynasty isn't due to end at the football stadium this very afternoon. 20-year-old Noreen Schick, Miss Blue Bomber, looks confident enough. The Calgary Braves on the warpath. Next year, look up. A parade national in scope and truly national in flavor. An invitation to follow the great explorers and set sail for the Pacific coast when it's Grey Cup time in '63. Almost high noon, the game's afoot. Or is it? A patchy mist swirls through the grounds, and the fog lies brooding over Lake Ontario. At 11 a.m., the game is still in doubt. 3 of the top executives of football meet at Exhibition Stadium. Jake Goddard, Harry McBride, and Commissioner Sidney Halter.
President Goddard and I have decided that the game will proceed at 1 o'clock. While the weatherman has indicated conditions tomorrow will be no different, we've decided to take the gamble and proceed.
The decision is made. There's a game to be played and a victory to be won. The opposing captains dressed in the yellow and black of Hamilton and the gold and blue of Winnipeg. The stands are a weaving mass of the same colors as the largest Eastern crowd ever assembled to see the annual classic waits for the opening gun. The Prime Minister, inspired by the stunning queen of football, officially kicks off. And the 36th East-West Grey Cup final is about.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the White Sweaters at the east end of the CNE Stadium kick off to the Eastern champions from Hamilton. Caleb receives. The Ticats put the ball into play at their own 38. Number 9, Joe Zuger, the rookie from Arizona State, is at quarterback. And off to Kuntz. Good for just 2 yards. Second down, Zuger drops back, gets good protection, pass for Pedersen. Incomplete as Henry Jansen defends. Third down, Zuger does the punting for Hamilton. Gets it away. Jansen receives. DeNoble in first to trip him up. 68, Mosca covered. The Bombers in their first offensive series. Kenny Plain, number 11, calls the plays from the Winnipeg 32. The snarly Ticat front wall, led by 61, Canada's lineman of the year, John Barrow, smothers Plain for a 7-yard loss. Argo managing director Lou Heyman relaxes at this game. Second down at the Bomber 25. Change in formation. Shepard drops back. A quick kick. Tommy Grant chases after that ball. Damp, foggy conditions have put a slippery coating on the turf. Cornell Piper and his mates in fast to contain him. There's Miss Grey Cup enjoying the game. An exchange of kicks leaves Hamilton in possession at their own 29. The slow motion camera moves in to capture an explosive play. A handoff to Henry. Good block by Decker, gets into midfield. Another key block from Caleb, number 30. Henley directs traffic, uses Beatty to get more running room. A desperate effort by Jansen and Delbo. Touchdown. A 74-yard run for the major score. Convert by Southern, Cosentino holds, no good, and the Ticats take the lead in the 1962 Grey Cup game 6-0. Don Southern puts the ball back into play with his kickoff. Perennial All-Star Leo Lewis, number 29, on the return. He slipped. Beatty makes sure there's no further advance. Coach Grant sends Hal Ledyard into the game. Winnipeg spotters have battle information for Kenny Plain. Ledyard from his own 32. He gets a good rush. Pass for Lewis. The Ticats call for illegal interference. That's a first down for the Bombers. I wonder if this clammy fog will hold off. Ledyard tries the air lanes again. Complete. Don Southern grapples with Lewis, but he moves the sticks for another first down. The Bombers were advertised as a crippled ball club, but they're putting on a pretty healthy display. Kenny Plain back into the game. The ball at the Bomber 52. Plain continues the air assault. Punched on the receiver. The pickup is 12 yards. The minute flag is up. Just a few seconds remaining in the first quarter. Plain back to pass. His receivers are covered. Full shades of the 61 Grey Cup game as Plain makes his way on a 41-yard advance. Henley knocks him into touch. Those Ticat fans are despairing. First down, goal to go on the Hamilton 6 as the gun sounds. First quarter over, Hamilton 6, Winnipeg nothing. Second quarter about to begin. Herb Gray and Jack Delvaux plot new defensive moves. Hamilton veteran Vince Scott shouts encouragement. The Bombers in the fog are in touchdown territory. A handoff to Lewis. Crisp blocking. Shepard 21, Thorson 55. Lewis bounces off Newman. Tie score! Number 29, Leo Lewis. Jerry James for the extra point. It's good. Winnipeg takes the lead by 7-6. Jerry James kicks off. Caleb gets a good bump. The ex-Cleveland Bulldog charges back to the Hamilton 36. Delvaux and 61 Hamlin make the stop. First down. Zuger on the handoff to Kuntz. That Bomber front wall is stubborn. There's no gain. Delvaux and Rigney on the tackle. Second and 10. Zuger sets. Goes for the pass. Connects with Caleb. But Gray and Burkholder hold the play to 7 yards. The fog follows the Ticats to the bench. A punting situation. Zuger just gets it away. Jansen receives. Watson leads the Ticat tackler. Al Ledyard directs the Winnipeg offense. Pass for Pitts. Complete. And the Bombers gain another 15 yards as Hamilton is called for roughing. Norm Morehouse and Coach Grant have a conference. On the Hamilton 47, Jerry James takes a pitch out. The gain is 8 yards. Fernandez goes for the ball. The fog, which has been swirling around the stadium, closes in. The lights are put to use, and the annual classic becomes a shrouded spectacle. Plain at quarterback. A long pass through the fog. Arnie Pitts makes a great catch to put Winnipeg in scoring position. The sideline location gives the coaches a better view than our press box position. On the Hamilton 15, Ledyard calls signals. Hand off to Lewis. Pass to Shepard. Touchdown! A brilliant play. A loose shoe didn't bother Shepard. He's warmly applauded by the Bomber bench. Convert attempt, Plain holds. James adds the extra point. There's Charlie Shepard, who's pleased with the score. Winnipeg 14, Hamilton 6. Jerry James kicks off for the Bombers. Goldston, the receiver. Hamilton first and 10 on their own 36. Freshman quarterback Joe Zuger on the move. Gets by Patrick. Hamlin. Thornton makes the grab with help from Gar Warren, and the gain is 18 yards. The gray vapor forces use of our ground camera as Zuger drops back, past Easterly, complete for a 17-yard advance. Ernie Pitts of the Bombers concerned as the Ticats threaten. Zuger stays with the pass. Complete to Hal Patterson. Thornton and Plain are the stoppers. First and 10 on the Winnipeg 13-yard line. Zuger appears out of the fog. Warren in pursuit. Miller prevents the score to 1. Goal line defense by the Western champions. Not good enough. Bobby Kuntz in for the score. Don Southern to try for the extra point. Cosentino to hold. Wide of the mark. The usually reliable Southern misses his second straight attempt. The score, Winnipeg 14, Hamilton 12. Both coaches taking nothing for granted. Following the kickoff, Winnipeg in possession on their own 20. Ledyard fumbles. Minahane dives for the ball. And the Ticats have another scoring opportunity. Eager for added points, the Ticats strike quickly. Zuger rolls out, reverse with Henley. He eludes Miller. Points his way for a major score. Touchdown as Plain arrives too late. Points for the former Green Bay Packer, Garney Henley. The Ticats take the lead. Southern again tries for the extra point. It's good. Hamilton lead by 19 to 14. Vancouver General Manager Herb Capozzi with Harry McBride. Was it ever like this in Vancouver? Eastern football fans have never been in a fog like this before. Visibility is really bad. The first play after the kickoff, Pitts takes a pass out of the fog, sprints into the Hamilton zone, Schreider makes the tackle. Less than a minute remaining in the quarter, first and 10 on the Hamilton 36. The Bombers refuse to be grounded by fog. Ledyard connects Washington. Flicker pass to Lewis, he gets by Henley. Up on Schreider. No wonder he's called the Lincoln Locomotive. Look at him go. Touchdown. Flurry of three major scores in less than 4 minutes. Convert by James. It's good. A halftime score, Winnipeg 21, Hamilton 19. Now, here is Bill Walker.
One misfortune that fog brought to the 1962 Grey Cup game was the fact that very few could see the dazzling halftime show. The 48 Highlanders, with their Gaelic heritage, are right at home in the mist. Would set anyone reeling. The theme, Canadian festivals, and to represent the Klondike Festival, a fabulous chorus line of Can-Can girls. At the start of the second half, the fog had lifted to a point where once again the fans could see the field and follow the progress of the game. Here's Fred Scambatti.
Right, Bill. We're ready for the third quarter. Don Southern to kick off. Lewis receives. Gets back to his own 37-yard line before the Ticats nab him. Kenny Plain directs the offense. Back to pass. Fails to find the mark. Even television is now relying on those sideline cameras. Second down, the blitz is on. Plain is battered as Farrell leads the charge. Coach Grant and Ernie Pitts, now let's do it this way. A punting situation, Shepard back, gets that ball away. Grant receives. A solid 11-yard return. Rigney and Funston make the stop. First and 10, Hamilton. Zuger rolls out. He disappears into the fog. The way those players are moving indicates a substantial gain. Jerry James gets the rosin treatment for a better grip on the football. On the Winnipeg 36, Zuger tries for Beatty. Just his seventh game as a pro pivot, and Zuger already a crowd pleaser. effort attempt by Southern. It's good. The Ticats in the lead for the third time. Hamilton 26, Winnipeg 21. The field resembles the twilight zone as Southern kicks on. Lewis is the receiver. He's almost stopped. No, he's still going. He breaks loose. Goes his way for a barely visible 64-yard return. Farrell was the reported tackler. Latterall and James delighted by what they saw. On the Hamilton 32, Ledyard at quarterback. Hand off to James to pick up his 4 yards. Joe Zuger appears concerned. Second down possession play. Ledyard with a good fake. Swing pass to Princeton. Upended by Fernandez, but the 7-yard gain moves the stick. That Bomber passing game stimulates Hamilton rushing. Ledyard spots Lewis. Complete. Henley in the tender turf ground him at the 4-yard line. Happy Bomber fans in the crowd. Inspired defending champions out of the huddle. Ledyard continues to call the plays. Hand off Shepard. Touchdown. Gets a tap from Gar Warren. Jerry James makes it 4 out of 4 conversions on the day. Winnipeg 28, Hamilton 26. General Manager Jim Ausley shows concern as James works out a kink. Less than 60 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Hamilton attack stalls on the Winnipeg 24. Southern goes for 3 points. No good. Latterall grounds the ball, gives up a single. Nagurski covers the play. Winnipeg 28, Hamilton 27. 3/4 of the 1962 Grey Cup game have been completed. The fourth quarter of this Dominion final with fog threatening to force a halt in the ball game. Winnipeg with the ball on their own 40. Ledyard continues the air attack. Newman is blocked out. Interception. Fernandez has the first pick off by either team. He's mighty happy. The Ticats have the ball on the Winnipeg 41. Angelo Mosca also delighted with the play. Seasoned lineman Cornell Piper towels off at the bench. First down, Hamilton. And off to Henley. That determined Bomber wing line gives up just 3 yards. Within striking distance now, Zuger gets good protection. Goes for the long pass. Recently incomplete. Noted columnist Ted Reeve on the left deserts his press box location for a better look. Southern from the Winnipeg 45 on a difficult angle. Short and wide of the mark. Latterall receives. And the Bombers retain their slender 1-point advantage. The persistent fog continues. Ledyard back, passes into the gloom. 17-yard move by those yardsticks indicates a completion. Harry McBrien searches for Commissioner Halter as conditions make... 17-yard move by those yardsticks indicates a completion. Harry McBrien searches for Commissioner Halter as conditions make viewing close to impossible. Ledyard, a handoff to Lewis. He finds little running room. Prime Minister and Mrs. Diefenbaker, still on hand, discuss this unusual game. Headlinesman Piper signals in the mist. Timer Roundtree's watch shows 10 minutes to full time. And even from the sideline, the players appear as mere shadows. A football summit conference. Commissioner Halter and his aide. Visibility at field level has been closed down. And the big question now, can this contest continue? Referee Dojak searches out the players of both teams. And for the first time in Grey Cup history, fog forces suspension of the game. 5 minutes, says referee Dojak, as the teams make their way to the sidelines to await a decision. Here again is Bill Walker.
You may not be able to pick a winner in a Grey Cup game, but there's always one thing you can bet on. It will be weird, wild, and wonderful. The mystery of it was that only one person in this tremendous crowd of over 30,000 people asked for his money back. The commissioner allowed the club presidents 5 minutes in which to arrive at a mutually agreeable solution to the weather problem. Otherwise, he himself would decide what would be done. Some younger fans fill in the time doing the twist. There's always someone who knows exactly what to do and never fails to point it out. But Commissioner Halter, calm and unruffled, under tremendous pressure, makes his own decision. The game is called and will be continued tomorrow, Sunday, with 9 minutes and 29 seconds of the fourth quarter still to be played. The fans, with their ticket stubs carefully tucked away, file out of the stadium, their heads still whirling over the unexpected turn of events, but in the full knowledge that when it comes to Grey Cup time, the unexpected is bound to happen. Sunday dawned with just a slight haze hanging low over the lakefront. The Grey Cup pooch, who got lost in the fog the day before, had no trouble finding his way onto the field for a dog's eye view of the warm-up. After the hard-hitting battle 24 hours before, the Hamilton players are surprisingly limber. The Hamilton coach chose Frank Cosentino as his starting quarterback. There was hardly a man on the entire Winnipeg squad who was not aching in either bone or muscle. Hal Ledyard, an outstanding performer on Saturday, was one more casualty of the bruising game. Coach Bud Grant of the Blue Bombers watches his gallant band of cripples get ready to protect a precarious one-point lead.
Get ready, baby, get ready.
Two of the Bombers, great stars in any football league, Charlie Shepard and Gordy Rowland. 9 minutes and 29 seconds left to decide the Canadian Championship. The score, 28-27 in favor of the Bombers. Bud Grant's philosophy is that he has taught his players everything he knows. At game time, it's their own ability and will to win that will carry them through. Jim Temple, the fiery coach of the Tiger Cats, has a different approach. And now for the play-by-play in the final minutes of the interrupted game, here's Fred Scambetta.
The first play of the Sunday segment. Winnipeg, second down on the Hamilton 54. Plains the quarterback. The Ticats right on edge. That's not lifted, man. But Hamilton is called offside. There's the signal from referee Jotak. That 5-yard penalty puts Hamilton under added pressure. Second and 5. Ledyard alternating with Plain at the pivot. Pass to Funston. Tripped up by Patterson. Fernandez. The signal from referee Jotak. That 5-yard penalty puts Hamilton under added pressure. Second and 5. Ledyard alternating with Plain at the pivot. Pass to Funston. Tripped up by Patterson. Fernandez dives in to save the first down. Third down. Jack Delvo handles the punting chore. Gets the ball away. Southern receives. Grigney first to make contact. And Funston completes the stop. The bruising Saturday battle has also altered the Hamilton lineup. Frank Cosentino, number 11, takes over as Joe Zuger suffered a sprained ankle. On the rollout, Henley. And then Caleb with solid blocking. A former Western University star sprints into the open. On the rollout, Henley. And then Caleb with solid blocking. A former Western University star sprints into the open. Cosentino stopped by Gordon and Plain, but the sticks moved 19 yards. At the sidelines, a 10th Bud Grant. First down, Hamilton. Cosentino moves smartly. Pass is complete to Henley. Gordon and Thorson team up. The gain is 8 yards. Ticats are full of run as they break the huddle. Cosentino checking. Gets crisp blocking. Takes off on a 15-yard gain. Jansen makes the tackle. Far linebacker Zeno Cars of the Ticats. At midfield, Winnipeg dig in. Hand off to Coach. He's chopped down by Herbie Gray. The Eastern All-Star held for no gain. Second down. Cosentino drops back to pass. For Patterson. Rawhouse defends. Patterson complains bitterly. Referee Dojak signals time in. Winnipeg ready for the unexpected. Latterell is the lone kick receiver. Zuger's in to kick. A fake punt. Free pass easily incomplete. And Winnipeg take over. A key play that failed to work. First and 10 at center field. Kenny Payne sent into the game. Just 5 more minutes. Play it safe. Fernandez well aware there's little time left in the game. Hand off to Latterell. Menahan and his mates mob the undersized bomber. Use up the time, control the ball. Hand off to game standout Leo Lewis. He disappears under the left side of the Hamilton line. John Barrow calls the defensive signal. Winnipeg in punt formation. Delvaux kicks. Southern receives. Pitch refuses to be fooled. A weary warrior, Cornell Piper. From the Hamilton 25, Cosentino wants fast yardage. Passes to Patterson. Complete. Gordon makes the tackle of the game as a heartbeat, 38 yards. Still time remaining. Genova moves on to the offensive unit. Cosentino drops back. A desperate pass. Henley is the target. Incomplete as Payne, Thornton, and Lewis converge on the area. A disappointed Ticat Reuter. The final seconds, and John Barrow lets off some steam. Joe Zuger sets to kick from midfield. A long chance for the tying point. Kenny Payne drops on the ball. Hamilton calls for no yards, but the penalty is of no consequence. Time runs out for the Ticats, and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers defeat the Hamilton Tiger Cats by a final score of 28-27. Here is Bill Walker.
They said that the Hamilton team of 1962 was the best ever to come out of the Steel City, that the injury-ridden Blue Bombers didn't have a chance. But once again, after 60 minutes of football, Jim Trimble accepts defeat and congratulates the quiet-spoken Blue Bomber coach, Bud Grant. Two men who bring life, sparkle, and honor to Canadian football. To the victor belongs the spoils, but Coach Jim Trimble shares equally the glory of a never-to-be-forgotten Grey Cup festival, and thus ends one of the most memorable occasions in the history of sport in Canada. If a game of football were never played again, both battered battalions could harken back and cherish the memory of that terrific battle and a half played on the foggy flats of Exhibition Stadium. And if the Winnipeg Blue Bombers were to fold and fade away forever, the story of the Grey Cup 1962 will be legend, and might well be summed up in these words: this was their finest hour.